today we are doing the last part of our chapter 3 notes. Your ICAN today, you are going to be able to solve absolute value equations. That's your learning objective. You will solve them. It will seem crazy, but you are going to do it. And our topic for today is just absolute value equations. So, refresh your mem. Absolute value, what in the heck does absolute value mean? Absolute value means distance from what? Zero. It means how far away am I from zero. So that is what absolute value means. Properties of absolute value. This is a heading. This is a topic. This would be a good guiding question on the left-hand side. But some properties, you are always going to make cases. You are always going to make or create. I'm going to use the vocab word create. I think it sounds smarter. So you're always going to create cases. The cases can be positive or negative. So they can be positive or they can be negative. Another property that is huge. It can never be negative at first. That's the key word, first. You have to make it negative in order for it to be negative. So, we're used to saying, like, what's the absolute value of 3, aren't we? What is the absolute value of 3? 3. I ask myself, how far away is 3 from 0? It's 3. What's the absolute value of negative 4? 4. I'm saying how far away is negative 4 from 0? Negative 4 is 4 away from 0. So connecting to that knowledge, now we can move on. This says the absolute value of x is 4. Solve for x. So what it's really saying is, what is 4 away from 0?
4.
Or,
Negative 4.
yes, there's our cases. X can equal 4, because 4 is 4 away from 0, or x can equal negative 4. All that says is, what is 4 away from 0? What is 5 away from 0? What is negative 2 away? Uh-oh. No, it can't be negative at first. You have to create those negative situations. If it's negative at first, you say something like this: no solution. Because it's negative at first. And I would write that down. Because it's negative first. You have to make it negative. It can't be negative at first. So, the absolute value of x is 5 is it's me asking, what's 5 away from 0? X can equal a positive 5, or what?
Negative 5.
X can equal negative 5. Both of them are 5 away from 0. Notice in both situations, I created that negative case. I did it. If they give it to you first, you say, that's not even true. Okay? Moving forward. You're going to have to solve. So that was really solving. We did solve. If you felt confident with solving that first page, you're going to do fine here. But kids get a little messed up when I throw things inside the absolute value signs. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure the absolute value sign is alone. That's always the first thing. Absolute value is a grouping symbol. You want it by itself before you create your cases. And then you're going to create your cases. Your cases are either going to be positive or negative. And then solve. So it's kind of like the compound where you're solving two separate situations. It's going to be like that. Watch watch me do this first one. Don't copy yet, okay? This is the absolute value of x minus 1 is 5. So I'm asking myself, what inside here is 5 away from 0? So I create my cases. Case 1, x minus 1 equals 5. That's 5 away. Or this can be negative 5 too. Or x minus 1 equals negative 5. So I take what's inside here and create a positive and negative of the outside number. Okay? So I want everyone right now to create your case. Case 1 is a positive case. Case 1. You're writing case 1. And then you write what's inside it. What's inside it is x minus 1. X minus 1 equals a positive 5. That's our positive case. Or, our second case, it can be negative. Case 2, x minus 1 equals a negative 5. It's like a T-chart now. I can just solve both cases. Adding 1, x equals 6. Adding 1, or x equals negative 4. Those are my two cases. X can equal 6 or x can equal negative 4. You can always check your work by plugging it back in. The absolute value of 6 minus 1, does that equal 5? Does the absolute value of 5 equal 5? Yes. Plug that one in. Does the absolute value of negative 4 minus 1 equal 5? Does the absolute value of negative 5 equal 5? Yes, it does. That's me checking my work. The next one, the absolute value of 2x minus 1 equals 7. You need a positive case. This can be 7 or this can be negative 7. Both of them will give me an absolute value of 7. So you create your first case. 2x minus 1 is a positive 7. And then you create your second case. 2x minus 1 is negative 7. So our positive case, you could even do this, positive, or just write a P for positive, and a P for your negative case. 2x minus 1 equals 7, or 2x minus 1 equals a negative 7. Both of them are 7 away from 0. Add 1. Now I solve both cases. 2x equals 8. X equals 4. Add 1. 2x equals negative 6. X equals negative 3. Those are my two answers. Positive case and negative case. I'm going to give you a minute right now. I want you to create the case by yourself here. Create your positive case, create your negative case, solve them. Okay, positive cases for the absolute value of x minus 10 equals 12 would be x minus 10 equals 12. The same thing, just take out the absolute value. Or, my negative case, x minus 10 is a negative 12. Now solve both cases by doing the opposite, also known as the inverse. X equals 22. I like to make a T-chart, I don't know why, it just helps my organization. Add 10, add 10. X equals a negative 2. Creating my cases for this last example here, we have x minus 1 can equal positive 1, or x minus 1 equals negative 1. Now, as I circulated around, I saw the cases, which is my main objective, almost 100% mastery. If not 100% mastery, I feel like everyone got that. Someone messed up. We're messing up our integer operations. Okay, so I see a lot of this, that negative case, kids messed up on, forgetting how to add negative numbers, and I noticed the same thing with this one. Add 1, x is 2, add 1, x is 0. Those are the two values. That's it. That's our target today. I wanted to start out nice and slow. Let me see what this next page looks like first. Nope, yep, so all I wanted to do today was set up your cases and solve each case. So we are accomplishing that. We're going to practice for 10 minutes, then I'll give you your homework.